the secret at the roundtable was that Ron Paul is actually Satoshi.
Yeah, he signed all the
He
transactions.
Signed millions of transactions in like 10 seconds. It was amazing. I'm deeply moved.
It makes perfect sense. I don't know why we didn't think of it earlier.
Well, I mean, I think we've just believed that Tone Vays is Satoshi for so long that this really, this really came at it from a different angle and blew my mind.
That's the only reason why he was here.
Yeah. And that's why Tone has never come to the roundtable.
No, I still believe Craig Wright is Satoshi.
Well, I mean, I took a photo with Craig Wright as part of my decentralized Craig Wright's persona and identity project. And Craig Wright became a female who looked surprisingly like Elizabeth Stark. But it was not Elizabeth Stark, it was Craig Wright. Charlie, some people here are saying Litecoin's a scam. How do you respond to that?
It is.
It is.
It is a scam.
It's the biggest scam in the world.
It's a scam where no one realizes it's a scam. It's that good.
Oh, thank you.
Whitey Cracker has given us Mexican white crackers. Nice.
Okay, so I guess now we can start the show.
Magical crypto. The best thing to do is simply to hodl. What's a young pony to do in a sea of shady ICOs? A lion's courage can light up even the darkest of shadows. Unlike the corporate suits, the whale panda is wise. A chicken dreams about the moon while soaring in the skies. As Bitcoin sees new all-time highs. Magical crypto. All around me I see big blockheads. Magical crypto. The best thing to do is simply to hodl. We'll always buy the dip, and we'll always be the best of the rest.
Okay, so I'm here with Ricardo at a round table somewhere in the middle of a jungle, surrounded by local gorillas.
No one knows what jungle.
No one knows what jungle, somewhere in South America.
You guys have random people walking behind you.
Yeah, well, they're holding us hostage here. They're just not showing their guns on TV.
That was Paul Snow from Factum.
Samson is over at China, and he's late again, as always.
No, Charlie was late.
But this time only 30 minutes late.
It was 30 minutes and then setup time, so. And Charlie was also late this time, about 30 minutes.
Charlie was late by an entire day.
So,
Yeah, I thought it was going to be tomorrow. Time zones.
Yeah, time zones are confusing.
decentralized podcasts are a bad idea.
We should record the podcast, but on the blockchain.
And timestamp it.
And using open timestamps.
Perfect. So the first topic of the day, Forbes Rich list. I don't know if you guys saw it. Some people were so smart enough to create a hit list for the most wealthy billionaires in crypto.
Yeah. I'm starting to refer to it as the kidnap list.
I can't believe you didn't make it, Ricardo. I was expecting you to be number one.
So, I mean, as you guys know, I lost all of my private keys in a terrible boating accident in the winter of 2016, and I just haven't recovered since.
Well, it's not smart to go boating in the winter.
I know. That's what I said to the boat captain, and he was like, fine, yeah, the keys, you take the boat. And I've never driven a boat before. What do I know about boats? I'm a pony.
Yeah, so the main issue here is talking about personal security, obviously. Like the guy from Binance, I don't remember his name, is even on the cover of Forbes now. So obviously it's a huge liability. I mean, you're just putting yourself out there as like a very rich person with bearer assets that you can easily move.
It's highly liquid assets, right? I think that's the key issue.
Yeah. Extremely liquid. And, beat someone over with a $5, beat them over the head with a $5 wrench, and they'll give up their private keys. So what are your thoughts on mitigating the risk? I mean, and I'm not talking about a very large holder that can or should have a private security detail. What can the small holder do to protect their crypto wealth?
Small security detail?
A security detail made up of midgets.
Well, you don't go about telling people how many coins you own, first of all. That's one thing. But if people already know how many coins you own, you publicly announce that you sold all your coins at the all-time high.
Now that's a clever technique. I haven't really seen that being used in practice, But I like that idea.
Yeah, let's see if that works.
Yeah. Next all-time high, you guys should do it.
Okay.
Okay, sure.
Something I've been thinking of is small holders can use time lock transactions. So, take your HODL stash, send it to yourself, but, lock it for a year or whatever it is. And then no one can steal it. You can't access it in an emergency, but that's fine. No one can steal it.
So you have a second hardware wallet, and you just place a small amount of tokens on it, enough to not piss off the people who try to rob you, and still make it worthwhile, but at the same time only have a small percentage of your total wealth. That would be an option.
You can use different passwords for your real wallet versus your $5 wrench wallet, right?
Yeah, on Ledger you have the plausible deniability option.
Yeah.
Where you enter your password, and then it shows only a different wallet.
And you can load that wallet with whatever you want.
Yeah.
You put all your Bcash into the wallet you want to get stolen.
Well, that is one approach, but I'm told it's the real Bitcoin. So then I'm just confused as to which one the thief would steal.
You try to confuse your kidnapper that this is the real Bitcoin.
Yes.
Roger Ver said so.
Give me all your Bitcoin. Okay, cool. Yeah, it is. No, that's Bitcoin Cash, but it's the real Bitcoin. Take it, please. Go. Take all of it.
The safest way is to give me all your keys. That way I can keep them safe for you.
Oh yes. That's POS, right? Proof of Samson.
Exactly.
Another safe way is just keep it all on Coinbase and let Coinbase protect it.
Okay.
No?
You can't say that because you're ex-Coinbase.
Well, that's the only reason I can say that, because I'm no longer at Coinbase.
But I mean, Coinbase does legitimately have a product, right? Coinbase Vault.
Yeah, the vault. Yeah.
Yeah, the vault is pretty cool. It's
Zappo has one too, I think. Well, as long as Charlie didn't build the vault, I think it's pretty safe.
as long as what?
As long as Charlie didn't build the vault, it's pretty safe.
Yeah, Charlie, the Vault was your thing, right? You made it, right?
I built everything at Coinbase.
Of course.
Didn't you know?
With your bare hands.
While I'm sleeping.
Well, you also have Zappo also has the cold storage in the mountain in Switzerland.
Yeah, no one uses Zappo.
No, that's true.
You can also use Green Address. Green Address will sign for the second signature, so that way if you have your funds somewhere, you still need a second factor authentication before they'll be signed and sent away.
No, Samson. Don't show your own product.
Hey, it's not us. It's Green Address, separate company.
So this is Susan.
Hello.
So Susan very kindly donated this pillow, which was the official pillow of
Cool.
the Satoshi Roundtable.
Yes,
Very
indeed.
cool.
Thank you, Susan.
Well,
Wow,
you guys
thank
said
you.
I had to bring gifts, and I took it very seriously.
Well,
We did say that.
We were expecting alcohol, but
Oh,
But,
also
okay.
but this is a good gift.
It's priceless.
It is.
The only thing, Ricardo, is that you personally have to take it to every single event.
Of course.
Like your pillow.
It will be my pillow that I will
Every
sleep
event
on at
that you
night.
ever attend, and everyone hold him accountable if you see him without the pillow.
Yep. If you see me and ask about the pillow, and I better have it in my back pocket.
Now, before I go, what's my crypto spirit animal?
A cockatiel?
Thank you for not saying cougar, because I'm not taking that one. Not that there's
Nice.
anything wrong with that.
You are now officially a crypto cockatiel.
Okay, thank you.
we can make this a thing. People can
should-
come on
yeah.
and we
They-
decide
and then they become
Yeah.
they get the crypto spirit animal.
So, cold storage.
Cold storage.
No,
About that.
no. What I had with I have an issue with the multi-sig part. If they really come after you and you cannot hand over anything, they might just decide to hurt you until you can. Because you cannot assume that people who rob you know how that stuff works.
Sure. Okay, so you want to give them something. You want to give them a token.
Well, I see yours.
So in which case, why don't you just create your own ERC20 called Panda Coin, and then you give them millions and millions of Panda Coins. They're not going to know what it's worth until they're gone.
There's already a Panda coin, so you have to choose something different.
So yeah, whale Panda Coin, whale coin.
I bet that exists also. Yeah.
Or you just call it something dollar, you know, and then like make them believe it's
Panda Cash.
Panda Cash. Nice. That could work.
Perfect.
Okay.
Well, the other thing you could do is carry some physical bitcoins with you with no keys on them and just hand them over.
Unfunded coins.
Well, I still have some BTCC coins, so or not coins, but like the chips, poker chips.
Oh yeah. But those actually worth something.
Well, China banned Bitcoin, so those coins aren't worth anything anymore. You should give it
Yeah.
to me.
Just send them over.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll sell them in South Korea because they haven't banned Bitcoin yet.
And you get the kimchi premium.
Did you guys see the CFTC thing? The Senate hearing, whatever it was.
Yeah.
That thingy.
The SEC,
SEC, CFTC,
Giancarlo.
ISS, who knows?
So since we're stuck in the jungle, we really didn't see any of the news. We heard some rumors, but I bet Charlie knows more about that.
They had a hearing. They talked about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies and ICOs. It's actually pretty cool watching them discussing crypto. I think it's a positive news. Not good for ICOs though. It seems like they're going to crack down on ICOs.
Yeah, that's the sense that I got as well.
Yeah, the guy said that from all the ICOs he saw, they all were securities. So
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of expected. I mean, it took them a while to start cracking down on ICOs, in my opinion.
And I mean, like it's, you know, at the end of the day, if you've created an ICO or you've run an ICO, you've accepted that risk and it's too late. You can't go back on it. Sorry for you.
But how far can they actually go back?
Well, I mean, I don't think that there's no like restriction. They could go after Ethereum.
Okay.
What's your Ethereum?
Well, the original one.
Yeah,
The one that did an ICO.
The one that did an
obviously.
ICO.
Okay.
Which means Ethereum Classic will become the real Ethereum.
Obviously.
But Ethereum Classic is the one that did the ICO, right? Because it's the original chain.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
snap.
actually pretty smart. Yeah. But Vitalik still ended up with all the money, so.
Yeah.
So another thing that came up here was privacy. Want to take it away?
Yeah. We so we had an interesting discussion about the right to privacy. We really want to enable people. We want people to realize that they need privacy and to take the added steps. Because even if we make the perfect tool that is easy to use, people still need to learn basic OPSEC. Otherwise, the privacy tool's like mostly useless.
By basic OPSEC, you mean don't get on the Forbes richest list?
Yeah, exactly.
Like that, you know. I mean, that would be an example of very, very basic OPSEC. On a scale of 1 to, you know,
Incredibly
basic
stupid.
OPSEC, that's like right up there.
But some of those guys, you already know that they're billionaires. So even if they weren't on the list, people still know who they are. So it doesn't really matter, right?
Didn't he dump all his BTC for like Ethereum, like a while back? He was quite open about it.
I don't think he dumped all his BTC for Ethereum. He just bought some Ethereum.
So you're saying Brian's a no-coiner?
I wouldn't say he's a no-coiner. I don't like that term, no-coiner. I think it's pretty stupid.
Why don't you like the term no coiner?
I think it's an awesome term.
Because
Yeah?
you're a no coiner.
Yeah, he is a no coiner.
Yeah, Charlie's a no coiner.
No coiner doesn't like no coiner
Yeah.
terminology.
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
got it.
No, but seriously, what didn't you like about it?
It just sounds stupid.
Okay, so then let's come up with a better term.
Well, what's the term supposed to mean? Someone who doesn't hold any coins, or someone who doesn't believe in cryptocurrency?
It's more like someone who doesn't have any coins and they're bitter because they don't have coins.
How bitter are you, Charlie?
I'm not bitter.
But you're gonna miss out on Litecoin mooning.
So be it.
All he did was swap his Litecoin for Monero, so he can still moon with Monero.
So I've heard some rumors about Litecoin and Monero starting like merging.
Oh jeez. Oh, not this again.
What do you mean? Of course we're merging.
We're gonna create a new token.
Ricardo and I are gonna pull off a merge.
Yeah.
You know, like the Dragon Ball Z merge kind of
Yes.
thing?
We're gonna go Super Saiyan.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. We have to do that little dance and then go like this.
Yeah.
You guys had the opportunity, right? You guys were in the same place together physically a while ago.
That's right.
Yeah. That's when we started practicing.
Next time, we'll think about it. We'll consider it.
Yeah.
Okay. But you were serious, Charlie,
About
about doing something with
physically
Monero.
merging with Ricardo? No, I'm serious. I'm serious about working with Monero, not merging the coins. I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
I know.
no matter how you think about it. And people are like, oh yay, Litecoin's merging with Monero. I'm like, how would that even work?
Well, like you merge with Dogecoin, right?
Oh yes.
Yeah, well, merge mining. But yeah, like Litecoin, Monero.
Atomic swaps.
If we can, yeah, atomic swaps, make it easy for anyone to switch between the two, then I think it's a win-win because Litecoin is on all the exchanges, or most of them, and Monero has one of the best privacy system out there. So you can easily buy Litecoin.
Not the best. I mean, I'm not saying, you know.
It's okay. It's okay.
Cool.
Charlie's real plan is just to embed some Monero mining software inside every Litecoin wallet.
Oh, that's a smart idea.
I know.
There we go.
Well, atomic swaps also add privacy to the entire thing, so that's also something positive.
Well, I mean, when you break out the chain and you go back in, like, you know, assuming that there's, well, it depends on how we do the atomic swap. It could also work the opposite way, and end up revealing information about Monero. So it has to be done carefully and thoughtfully.
I didn't know that. I learned something new today. Thank you.
You had to come all the way to the secret jungle to learn something new.
Yeah.
Well, here's a question: Can Monero do Lightning?
Charlie knows. Charlie has all the information.
Yeah, you need a HTLC hash time lock contract, right? So you guys have to add that first, and then you have to do. I think you have to do a few more things, but it shouldn't be too hard to get Lightning on Monero. Actually, I don't know. I don't know Monero technical stuff at all. So from what I know, it shouldn't be too hard. But I'm not.
So if you can do it over Lightning, if you can do the swaps over Lightning, then you'd protect the privacy issues, right? You wouldn't have the privacy issues.
Sure.
Yeah, we wouldn't have the privacy issues.
Yeah.
Especially if we've got Tumblebit running in the Atomic Lightning path. That's kind of the thinking anyway.
Yeah. Plus, you should do an ICO for your Lightning project.
That's a great idea.
And call it like plasma? No, not plasma. That's stupid.
Radio.
Yeah, Plasma's a dumb name. Let's think of a better name.
Raiden?
No, that's a terrible name too.
Thunder.
Volt? No, that's bad.
Lightning strike.
Lightning strike. Cloud. We'll just call it cloud. Thunder.
Thunder. That makes sense.
Thunder. We could do that.
Yeah.
There we go. The Thunder ICO coming soon to an ERC20 token near you.
Just call it Clap.
And then we could have that song Make It Clap. That'll be our theme song.
Give someone the clap. Yeah, next topic. I don't have anything anymore.
Next topic. You're out of topics. I'll show you guys the Litecoin hat design.
Oh, good.
Okay. Yeah.
Proof of hat.
Ooh. Show us.
So, what do you think?
Oh, that's cool.
Okay. Yeah, it's like it's basically the same design as the dragon.
Very cool.
Yeah. So the hat's interesting. What I'd like to know is why is the dragon eating the Litecoin?
Why
Firstly,
why does
It's
it
not
look
a
like a
dragon.
dragon?
why does it look like a dragon? Why is the dragon eating the Litecoin? Why do you hate Litecoin so much? And is it because Charlie sold all his coins?
Those are very deep questions. So it's just holding the Litecoin in the beak, just like the Dragon's Den hat. The dragon's holding the Bitcoin in its mouth. But yeah, it's a phoenix, so it's a bird, and then the top half will be on top of the hat, and the tail will go on the rim of the hat, just like the Dragon's Den hat. Just don't be a hater because there's no Monero hat yet.
No, dude, like I'd love a Monero hat, but if you make a dragon eating a Monero, like logo, then I think
Obviously, it's going to be a pony. A pony eating a Monero.
a pony eating a Monero.
Okay.
It won't be eating a Monero. It'll be a pony pooping out a Monero. How about that?
There we go. Like I'm the central issuer of Monero coin.
And you're full of shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm pooping Moneros in this hypothetical hat that does not exist.
Samsung will make it.
We make a prototype.
So how much did you pay Samsung to make it?
How much did we agree on, Samsung?
I think it was 10,000 Litecoin.
I thought it was like the rest of the Litecoins I hold.
Yeah, which is 0.
Yeah.
I believe the agreement was 1,000 dash, so that Samson can finally run his own masternode.
That's my lifelong dream.
So the basic idea of the roundtable is that it's Chatham House rules. So we can say what's being discussed, who pitched the idea or who was there or whatever.
And sometimes in some things people might say that, this is private or whatever, and then you can't mention it to anyone.
Yeah, so if we can take pictures, but if we want to publish pictures or videos, we have to ask permission. We didn't ask anyone permission to walk by, but
That's their own.
the conference is over.
Yeah,
actually.
plus
It's over.
Yeah.
plus they know it's being recorded, so one of those things.
So anything interesting that was talked about at the conference, other than privacy?
Well, it was interesting the way that they split up everything in like 6 different
Tracks,
tracks. Yeah, tracks is the right word.
but it's all like self-organizing, right? So like at the beginning, people just suggest topics, and then the topic runner has to go and and in the actual session they need to run with it. So one of the things that I suggested was Fluffy Pony's BitConnect maximalism track, which was not very widely attended, unfortunately.
But it was all over Twitter.
Yeah,
Jameson Lobb tweeted it.
yeah. So there was that, and then there was Naked Twister, which was at like 9 o'clock in the morning.
So it was just me.
Yeah, so it was
Putting
just
all
my
it
stuff.
was just Whale Panda. Well, it was kind of awkward, But I believe
It's difficult to stand on like 3 things and then flip
yeah,
the thing.
exactly,
I mean,
exactly. But I believe someone took some good photos, so there's that.
but I didn't give them permission to publish them.
Those photos are forever lost on the Kodak coin blockchain.
Did someone say they're shorting the Kodak coin? I saw that in the news. There's some investor or group saying that they're going to short the Kodak coin because it's a scam.
The news came out also while we were here that the Paragon was the class action.
There's a class action lawsuit.
Yeah, against Paragon. But the funny thing was that the main plaintiff had like 0.35 BTC.
Yeah.
So it was just obviously just planted in there to do the class action.
Yeah.
So if you're doing an ICO now,
Yeah.
you're pretty screwed.
Yeah, you're just at risk.
Okay, I'm sorry I didn't prepare an agenda because I was too busy drinking all day and drinking all evening and sleeping it
There
off.
was a lot of drinking that happened. Whale Panda did most of the drinking for all of us.
Right.
How's Ron Paul? Was that a big surprise?
Ron Paul was interesting. He gave his speech was very anecdotal, lots of anecdotes about his life and all that. He has no idea how any of the stuff works.
And he's very honest about it.
Yeah, and he's very honest about it. He doesn't really need to know, so that's that.
So you're telling me he doesn't understand ring signatures?
I know. I try to give him a deep dive into Monero. Yeah, they lost it 10 seconds.
The Falcon Heavy launch, that was really cool.
That was cool. It was someone described it as rocket ballet. Those rockets are huge. They're insanely big.
Because they're going to the moon.
Well, they're going to Mars, right?
Right.
They're sending a car to Mars. This is clearly important.
Yeah. Well, now Tesla can really claim that their cars are the fastest.
Nice.
They're out of this world.
Oh, that's true.
Overall, it's great marketing, right? When you think of cars in space, they have total mind share. No one else has done it. No one else will do it for a while. Maybe someone will try, but at least they have first mover on that. So
I've got a model rocket that I can attach a Lego car to. See how that goes.
A tiny Lambo.
A mini Lambo, yes. That's going to be the project for Whale Panda and I.
Yeah.
We need to get some advice from the Blockstream satellite people.
So how did you launch that satellite?
the Blockstream satellites are actually leased on commercial satellites, so they're geosynchronous.
That's so boring. Why didn't you launch your own
Okay.
one?
We expected that you all created a cell, that you're an engineer, like you and Adam Beck in the garden,
Yeah.
like creating your own satellites,
Yeah.
launching it.
The Falcon Light.
Exactly. It's the Atom backlight.
Is there anything else from the roundtable?
Lots of interesting side conversations about things. Surprisingly, not surprisingly, considering that it's largely a group of OGs. Very little discussion about price.
No discussion
Yeah,
about price.
no one really cares. Price goes up, price goes down. We've survived so many like crashes over the past 6-7 years. Really, no one cares.
And you talk about Tether?
I can neither confirm nor deny that we spoke about Tether.
So is this where all the important decisions are made for cryptocurrencies?
Yes, so
Obviously.
yeah, this is where the Monero Enterprise Alliance has its annual meetup.
I was saying at the last Satoshi roundtable, were you there, Samson? We decided to get SegWit activated, to kill Bitcoin Unlimited. You know, like those decisions were made at the roundtable.
Yeah.
I was at the last one, and that definitely did not happen.
I remember I think I went to like 2 Satoshi roundtables, and it's just people talking about scaling, and no one was able to like agree on anything.
Well, actually, this time it was very nice. From other people that I heard,
Yeah.
I'm not going to name names, obviously, but yeah, I heard also that this year was just a lot nicer because there was not like
Yeah.
people yelling at each other.
Yeah, this was a lot. We've sort of moved past the scaling stuff, and we have other things we can shout at each other about. So this was the best of the lot
Did
so
any
far.
Bitcoin Cash people show up?
Yeah, there was a
We-
Bitcoin Cash developer,
We cannot name anything.
who I will not name, but there was a Bitcoin Cash developer, and you know, I mean, like,
You mean the Bitcoin Cash developer?
I can neither
A-
confirm nor deny that
a
it was more
developer?
than
There's
a.
only one. There's only one.
I thought, you know, who
There's
am I to
so many
say?
people contributing to Bitcoin Cash.
Who knows? There's simply no way to tell.
I heard Greg is also
Yeah,
contributing.
they have ring signatures.
Mm-hmm.
Every developer just uses a ring signature, so you can't tell.
So I heard last year at the roundtable that people were trying to talk about scaling, and then some person was kind of disruptive and like arguing against everybody.
That may have happened.
So that's not happening this year. That's
That
not
may have
this
happened.
year,
That did not happen this year.
year's-
No, this year was very peaceful.
This year was chilled.
Well, it was our first one, but it was very nice.
Yeah. Oh look, it's
Oh.
Craig Wright. Dr. Wright.
Dr. Wright,
Please,
come in.
Dr. Wright, please
Come,
come into the scene. We're very privileged to have Dr. Craig Wright
With all
attending.
PhDs.
With Dr. Craig Wright, as you know, has 73 PhDs, 5 Lambos, and an island.
Craig has gotten better looking recently.
Nice, nice. And I know that looks like Elizabeth Stark, but it's definitely not. It is definitely Dr. Craig Wright.
Or Elizabeth Stork.
Or yeah, one of the two. We never know. It's like a ring signature, but for Dr. Craig Wright. Well, you know how the song goes. If you like it, you've got to put a ring signature on it.
Did Satoshi show up?
Oh, Satoshi himself. We already discussed this.
Yeah, it's Ron Paul.
It's Ron Paul.
Which Satoshi? Which one? Which one?
It's Ron Burgundy.
No, what I wanted to say is there was indeed not a lot of talk about the price, but like if you check Twitter, it was like all price.
Yeah.
Oh, the end is near, Bitcoin
Yeah.
is dead. And here everyone was just getting drunk,
Having
partying,
fun. Yeah.
dancing. Okay, so thank you for joining us, Elizabeth. And
Thanks for having me. I didn't even know I was going to be here.
So Charlie asked for an update on Lightning.
Okay.
So the question I have for you, Elizabeth, is
Yes.
will Lightning Network launch before 2025?
Wonderful question. No. So Jameson Lopp had a great tweet about this. This whole idea of Lightning launching doesn't really make sense. It's a rollout, right? Like, for example, people are using it on mainnet, and for there are multiple implementations. Samson is involved with one of them called C Lightning. My company, Lightning Labs, are building one called L&D. People are already using Lightning on the main Bitcoin network, even though, at least for our implementation, we've said not to because we just had breaking changes. That means they'll have to close their channels. But that all said, people are already using it. So I don't think there's going to be any launch per se. I think it's just going to be more and more people are adopting it. There'll be mainnet betas that people will release, but that's not a launch. That's a first step. We have the Lightning Sparks ICO. We're going to value it at $21 billion. It's going to be like the
Only
the
21
highest,
billion? Not 21
ranking
trillion?
ICO ever.
I believe
That's
it's already
really-
oversubscribed.
Exactly. It's going to be awesome. And Satoshis, those are the coin that, we're accepting.
Okay, perfect.
Just kidding. To answer your question, I don't think there's necessarily any particular rollout date. It's just going to get adopted and more people are going to use it, and it's going to progress from alpha to beta to later beta. For example, and on the Litecoin side of things, totally welcome, Charlie, your involvement in the foundation in terms of getting something out for the Litecoin network. And then something we've worked on as well is cross-chain swaps, which I know some people have tweeted also are going to be ready in like a month. I don't think they're going to be ready in a month because we've been working on them. We have a lot of other things on our plate. So if other people want to build out swap technology, awesome, but it'll take a while.
When do you think, when would you comfortable to tell people to actually use Lightning on mainnet?
Yeah, different developers of different implementations, are telling people different things. For our implementation, which is LND, we will have a release that we say this is a mainnet beta release. So that's our next release. We're not saying when it is because honestly, I don't even know when it's happening yet.
For C Lightning, we tell them that it's okay to be reckless and buy stickers.
We have different thoughts on that issue, Samson. I know we've had debates on this. We see a lot of users coming along that don't know what they're doing, that are trying to use this stuff, and they are losing money, and then they start freaking out. But it's always going to be some level of riskiness because even a beta is a beta. They're going to be bugs.
Yeah.
So.
Plus, it's still like 10 times safer than using Ethereum, right?
Luckily, in Lightning, only a small amount of funds would get locked up, not $150 million worth or whatever it is today.
Exactly.
I can't wait for like the parody Lightning wallets. Because it's such a good job at multi-sig.
Do you see any issue with like big exchanges adopting Lightning? I've heard that for like AML.
Watch me roll
reasons.
my eyes like
Yes.
20 times.
Well, it's some criticism that you read multiple
I
times.
actually think the same issue is present if you're accepting Bitcoin.
Okay.
So I think you just need to adopt the similar practices involved with taking Bitcoin deposits and having Bitcoin withdrawals.
Okay.
I'm not terribly concerned about that. I know Andreas has mentioned in the past.
Yeah.
People love to spread this like regulatory FUD around. You're going to be a money transmitter if you're running a Lightning node. Well, guess what? We don't have a client-server model in Lightning. The whole point is anybody that has more than one channel open can function as a node, and you don't need like a massive setup. You can route on a mobile phone. I believe Jack Mullers has done so when he has gotten LND running on his phone. You can route on a laptop. You can set up a more dedicated server as well. Routing is non-custodial. It's just like forwarding packets on the internet. It is not the model that regulators look for when they talk about money transmission. So it's also totally peer-to-peer. Good luck, getting somebody's mobile phone to be registered. It just doesn't make any sense. And for example, Coin Center has actually done great work on this, and I've collaborated with them to craft the regulations around Bitcoin and cryptocurrency to specifically exempt this type of non-custodial behavior. So it's not something I'm really at all worried about, but people love to spread FUD.
Unfortunately, Lightning doesn't fit into Satoshi's vision. Sorry.
It's not like Satoshi came up with payment channels, right? Oh, wait.
Not according to certain people.
Well, Lightning fits really well into Satoshi Light's vision, so you get that.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're going to have our Lite clients with Lightning on Litecoin. It's going to be awesome.
Elizabeth, I have one final question. Are you related to Tony Stark?
Yes. I'm also in Game of Thrones. I am entirely related to every single one of those fictional characters.
It's just like Charlie's related to Bruce Lee.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you very much.
All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye, guys. Nice seeing you.
Bye.
You hear Mike? That's Michael.
Do I have to like put it on
Been in
just
audio
straight
for many
me?
years.
It's the Bitcoin girl.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Welcome, Naomi.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us about Bitcoin in Australia.
Well, in that country I haven't lived in for 7 years, I heard that they have Bitcoin now, which is kind of exciting.
That is truly wow.
It is really
Forward-thinking.
exciting.
Do you
Down
happen
this
to be
new
like
thing.
related to Greg Wright? Because you're
I am
Australian.
related to
Australian.
everyone in Australia,
Yeah, of course.
actually, and we're all convicts,
I met
so
this,
it's
I
kind
met
of
this
awkward.
Australian guy called Fred. Do you know him?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he says things like throw another shrimp on the barbie.
Everyone in Australia says that
All the time.
all the time. It's like, it means a bunch of different things. Like Eskimos have, 17 different words for snow,
Yes.
and we just have that one saying that means all these
Yes.
different things.
Hello, how are you?
How-
You know,
exactly.
all that. We're learning so much about many cultures, like Australia.
This is the best interview I've ever done.
This is, well, this is a very educational podcast.
Uh-huh.
We like to teach
I've
people
heard
about
that.
things
I've
like
heard that
Australia.
about this. So I have seen you guys a lot on social media.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never watched one of your episodes all the way through.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
But
Bye,
I do
Naomi.
enjoy snippets of them. But I
Okay.
rarely watch anything all the way through, just to be fair. Have you guys ever watched one of my episodes all the way through? Have you ever seen any of my episodes?
You have episodes, like manic episodes?
That's fine.
Tantrums?
I didn't even want you to watch my, like I do have a show and it's really good.
Do you
I
sing on the
really
show?
like it. I sometimes sing on the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will watch your show.
Only Taylor Swift songs that I've written about Bitcoin.
Nice. You should consider trademarking those on the blockchain,
Exactly.
because everything has to be on the blockchain. Otherwise, does it even exist?
Exactly. Get married on the blockchain because the blockchain is forever.
It is.
That's romantic.
Like marriage. Why is that funny? It's-
Can we hard fork now? Sing.
well, there's four of
You
us.
guys like backup dance.
There's four of us. plus
Well, I
you.
can be a backup dancer. I don't sing.
Them to participate in the dancing. So we'll have to figure out how to.
But Charlie is a great dancer.
Yeah.
He's a great ping pong player. Have you seen that ping pong?
I have not.
I have
No.
a video playing
Really?
somewhere
have?
in my phone. So he's amazing. Yeah, this was years ago. This was at Coinbase years ago.
Oh wow,
Tell us
yeah.
about your failed career as a ping pong champion.
No, he's going crazy. It was very impressive.
My career. Well, I sold all my ping pong balls at the top. So
Yes, clever. Clever. You've had multiple successes like that in your life.
exactly.
Ping pong in the crypto space.
Of course. That is a good idea.
That's really
An
bad.
opera.
It is an
Five-part
opera. It is a 5-part opera. Spot on. That's
Yep,
exactly
yep.
what we're writing right
About
now.
a failed ping pong champion that
Failed
goes on to
ping pong.
launch an altcoin.
Yes. And then the ICO raises $16 billion. And then the government shuts them down.
Yep.
Wait, and then his brother has to get him out of jail.
I like this.
See, we now have Monero sign guy.
Okay, well, thank you very much for coming on the show.
This has really been fun.
Yeah.
And then the next episode, we're going to perform
Yeah.
the stuff.
Perfect.
So
A bit more organized then.
I'll meet you
perhaps.
guys in rehearsals
That's
in
it.
a few
Well, it's
minutes.
karaoke
I'll
bar.
see you
My
there.
body is
Karaoke
ready.
bar.
Great,
Yeah.
super. I'm still attached to
You
the
are.
thing. I was going to make an exit.
I know.
And so I'm just
You're
going to
gonna
step.
go first. Thank you, Naomi.
Thank you, Naomi.
You want to take one question? There's one question on Twitter.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
It's from Catherine. She's asking, one road will span many countries with different currencies. Could crypto become a medium of exchange? Love your show.
Could crypto become a medium of exchange?
Isn't it a medium of exchange?
I mean, like, I don't see why not. I already envision a scenario where Bitcoin becomes the world reserve currency.
Why not?
Why not?
What will happen with the Monero?
Monero will go to zero. I don't know. Who knows? I'm just, really looking forward to Charlie also selling all his Monero at the top.
I definitely will. Definitely will. But back to the question. I do think that Bitcoin will become like some kind of reserve currency between like countries and banks. I think that's bound to happen. It's just a matter of
Yeah.
time.
Agreed.
I honestly do.
On that high note,
That's the end of the show.
that's the end of the show.
Well, Samson didn't say anything for the last hour or something, but thank you for being on and being on time. Well, no, actually,
Yeah.
that's a punishment for being late.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah, late as in the late Samson Mao.
By the way, did you know why he's a lion?
No.
Excel lion.
Oh yeah, no, I got that.
Ah.
It's not Excelian,
You're
it's
a
Excel
genius.
Lion.
You're almost as smart as Craig Wright.
I'm like 19 PhDs short of Craig Wright.
So Whale Panda, did you go to Satoshi Roundtable like anonymously or no? Do we know who you are?
Well, no, I had my real name on it, so.
But he wrote Whale Panda on his tag.
I wrote just Panda.
Oh yeah, just Panda.
It's like informal. Well,
Yeah.
Panda is like formal.
Yeah.
And Panda is like
Yeah,
informal.
Whale Panda is the thing you use when you're angry with your child. Otherwise, you just normally call him Panda. All right, on that note, we're done.
We're done. So thank you for joining us. See you guys next time.
Till the next episode.
Bye.
Okay,
Bye. Well, the connection was really crappy.
Yeah, that was really bad.
Well, that was a huge.
I think they cut
was
too.
fun.
Or
Yeah,
they.
that's fun,
Oh, there's
but
intentional. I think they
compared to
left.
our normally better organized.
Yeah, I think this show is not going to be that good.